Law enforcement officers typically strive to keep us safe. But as these dashcam videos reveal, there are even situations that even they can't always foresee. On a blistering summer day in Los Angeles, during a police stop, a man was acting suspiciously for questioning. The man, who identifies himself as Robert Smith, provides a plausible explanation for his presence.
Okay, do you have any form of identification on you?
No, man.
What's your name?
Robert Jones.
Robert Jones?
Uh-huh.
Now, what's your address?
I don't have an address. I'm at the hotel. We're working on houses and stuff like that, the roofing.
He claims to be working for his brother's roofing business and staying at a nearby hotel. Despite the extreme heat of 113 degrees, this man insists on jogging 12 miles every day. But this officer, he has doubts.
Where from?
Prison.
And contacts dispatch to verify Smith's identity. He compares various features such as eye color, tattoos, and facial hair with those of a known fugitive.
You know the bad thing about it?
What's that?
You're matching up to him.
Come on. Well, that sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And despite finding several similarities, the officer is convinced by Smith's story and allows him to continue on his way.
Yeah, I'm not no serious an escape.
You'd have done run by now. You know that yourself. You'd have done run by now.
No.
Later on, it is revealed that Robert Smith was actually Richard Lee McNair, the very fugitive the officer was seeking. McNair was a notorious escape artist who had previously escaped prison twice, including once by mailing himself out in a box, which was eventually recaptured. I didn't even think it was possible for people to escape prisons in the modern day. Well, he is now serving a life sentence for a murder committed with a firearm.
Do you have any form of identification on you?
No, man.
What's your name?
Robert Jones.
What's your address?
I don't have an address. I'm at the hotel. We're working on houses and stuff like that, the roofing.
Roofing?
Yep.
Okay.
For my brother.
What is? We got an escapee.
Oh. Where from?
Prison.
Prison here?
Hey, this Carl. Subject wear glasses? Nothing about glasses. How old is your guy? How old?
50. Born in 56.
Smith, born in 56. 58. Any kind of details you can give me? What eyes you got?
Green, well, kind of a turquoise blue.
Turquoise blue. You want to give me some more? Yeah, I know. I got the same thing. You can't see shit on it. Let me just verify. He says his brother's staying at the motel. Let me verify that, and if so, I'll just cut him loose.
I guarantee I'm not.
You know the bad thing about it?
What's that?
You're matching up to him. Where are you staying at?
That Titusville or Titus Inn? Titus Inn,
Where's that at?
I don't even know that because we just got into town about a week ago and he dropped me off to jog. I always jog about 12 miles a day.
Who do y'all work for?
It's his
I know. What's the name of the company?
Phil's roofing.
Did you go through a briar patch or something?
Well, yeah, roofing. I always roof in shorts because my scratching up on
That's why your knees are all cut up. And what's your name again?
Jimmy Jones.
What's your name?
Robert Jones or Jimmy Jones.
Put yourself in my position.
Oh, yeah, but I'm not escaping.
Hey, you wouldn't believe what them guys do. I mean, they got years and years to think about how they're gonna do it.
I'm sorry to have to hold you up.
Hey, no, I'm just doing my job, man. If you do jog again in the future, carry some ID with you.
See, I'm sorry. When I was in the military, we never carried our ID
Yeah.
on base. Can you write down your phone number, your cell phone number, so I can have whoever calls you?
Just call. You got a cell phone with you?
No, hell no. I don't even have a cell phone or anything.
Just call 911. Is all you got to do. They'll get a hold of us.
All right, have a good day now.
Be careful, buddy.
In Louisville, Kentucky, a routine traffic stop at 3:30 a.m. took an unexpected turn when officers heard a faint scream coming from the trunk of the vehicle they had just pulled over. So they had their guns drawn. They opened the trunk and they found a man that was bound and helpless. The man was identified as Sean Bloomer, and he shared his experience with the officers. He said while working the night shift at a Circle K, he was attacked by 4 violent individuals who just randomly targeted him. They assaulted him severely and then locked him in the trunk of his own damn car. And by the time the police intervened, Sean had been confined for about 4 hours and he was barely conscious in there. It was crazy to imagine how easily this type of shit could have happened to anyone, and what might have occurred if the police had not stepped in. Dashcam footage from Gautier captures an astonishing moment when a police officer encounters an unexpected event. As ominous clouds gather overhead, a brilliant lightning bolt suddenly strikes less than a quarter mile away. The intensity of the flash is so overwhelming that the officer almost loses his vision. He pulls over and investigates the source of the strike, finding a piece of smoldering concrete, still emitting smoke. What kind of intrigues me is why this lightning strike appeared to ignite a fire. I've seen other dashcam videos of lightning strikes, and they didn't result in fire, since the lightning didn't hit any power lines or generators. I'm just curious about what could have caused this phenomenon. Maybe the ground, maybe the grass was the cause of it. If you have any insights into this, I'd love to hear them. While patrolling the highway one afternoon in Newcastle, Oklahoma, a police officer notices a profound stillness in the air. Everything is eerily quiet, with no birds chirping and no breeze stirring. As the skies grow darker and rain begins to fall, this man realizes a tornado is forming and he's just too close to escape. With little choice, he parks his vehicle and prepares for the worst.
If you need me to.
Affirmative, we got debris. Appears to be Country Club and Highway 37. Lots of debris. Got power flashes.
As it devastates this building just to his right, his radio crackles with urgent reports of downed power lines and scattered debris as this tornado tears through the town. So this officer just decides to follow the storm's path, trying to aid survivors in any way that he can. And by the time the storm dies down, the damage left is extensive and many lives have been tragically lost. In December 2017, just a week before Christmas, a man went on a spree impersonating an officer, pulling over several innocent drivers. His vehicle was outfitted with fake police lights, and this fool even had a dash cam that captured all of his disturbing actions. The person on the hood had no idea they were being stopped, searched, and handcuffed by someone who actually wasn't a cop. They were at the mercy of a complete stranger.
Copy, I'll look at it, thanks. 1629.
Authorities in Tucson, Arizona have never disclosed what happened to the man after this, but it appears he was led into the back of this impersonator's vehicle with his hands still cuffed. It's chilling to think about what could have happened next, and I can only hope for this man's safety. Why don't we know more about this case? While patrolling Spooner, Wisconsin, Officer Adam Brunswick makes a shocking discovery. He spots a child in a yellow shopping cart racing out of the Dollar General parking lot and heading straight towards this busy street. And realizing that there's no safe way to stop the cart before it hits the road, he quickly turns on his emergency lights and positions his vehicle in the middle of the highway to block the traffic. And without hesitation, Officer Brunswick runs to the cart and rescues the child before any harm can occur. The kid's mother later explains that she was in the process of putting her other kid in the car when the cart, with her infant inside, rolled away on its own. Overwhelmed with emotion, she struggles to express her gratitude for the officer's life-saving intervention. This dashcam footage captures a grave and emotional exchange between the police officer and the man facing the consequences of a tragic mistake.
I hate to tell you, but I checked you going 116 the other way, and I turned around and I was trying to catch you. That's going to weigh on me that I didn't catch you before it happened.
Wait, man, I killed somebody.
Yeah. On New Year's Eve in Canadian County, Oklahoma, an intoxicated driver speeding over 100 miles per hour caused the deaths of 2 innocent people. Craig Maker is now facing 2 severe felony charges that could result in a life sentence. This arrest marks his fifth DUI offense. Though he has not yet been sentenced, his deep remorse is clearly evident in the footage.
Roger.
Alright, you let me know
You guys, as soon as I know where the driveway is, on the south side, north side of this road, we will pull out of here to just get some protection from this heat. Over.
We have dashcam footage from a fire truck in Australia facing a dire situation. The area is devastated by wildfires, and the crew is trapped with flames closing in from all sides. Exiting the vehicle is impossible, so they're forced to press on through the inferno.
the windows.
Alright, we'll just keep deep breathing and we'll just take it slow. I don't think we've got far to go, probably not.
Every direction is engulfed in flames,
That's a relief.
and the air is so thick with smoke that it's pretty much unbreathable. They're surviving with the help of oxygen tanks alone.
Some oxygen in for the driver, over.
To protect the truck from further damage, they deploy fire curtains.
Drop your fire curtains on the sides, over.
The truck right now is their lifeline. And one firefighter offers grim but motivating words to keep everyone focused.
We've got to get through this.
You're going to get hit with the front. Drop your side turn, just leave the front open.
Watch 38 coming down here.
On the road already.
Jasper, put the blanket up.
Remarkably, they managed to escape the worst of the blaze.
Guys, where we're heading, so.
Although smoke still lingers, the firefighters make it out safely. This footage is truly extraordinary, man. A huge thank you to these brave individuals for sharing their horrifying experience with us. These are the things that need to be documented. While flying 1,000 feet above the Bristol Channel, a police helicopter in South Wales detects an unusual spherical object through its thermal camera. The pilot immediately reports this odd sighting to ground control. but the radar fails to identify anything matching that description. It soon becomes apparent that the sphere is not visible to the pilot with the naked eye, and it seems only the thermal cameras can detect it. It raises questions about whether it's a malfunction with the camera or if this is an object that has some kind of advanced cloaking technology. The situation becomes even more mysterious when the pilot zooms in on the sphere, which then seems to transform into what might be a free-floating vortex. Yo, if this is a portal or something, the possibilities of what lies beyond it are huge. While on neighborhood patrol in Hamilton Township, New Jersey, a police officer witnessed a sudden streak of bright white light cutting across the sky. This glowing fireball was also spotted by numerous residents in the area. It seems to me that there's been a noticeable rise in meteor sightings lately. What this could signify, if anything, is open to interpretation. While conducting speed checks from the median in Pinellas County, Florida, a deputy is alarmed when an aircraft flies dangerously close overhead. The plane's erratic flight path clearly shows that the pilot has lost control. A second deputy's dashcam captures footage of the plane as it crashes toward the ground. The officers rush to the crash site and find a path littered with fallen trees and wreckage just scattered across the road. They quickly close off the area and request emergency medical assistance.
Video shows the crash of a small plane in Florida. Watch your screen as it comes down. 2 deputies responded to a call for an unrelated incident yesterday morning. Look at that close call. That's when this single-engine plane just seemed to drop out of the sky right in front of them. The 2 deputies rushed to the crash scene to help those on board until paramedics could arrive. The pilot and the passenger were not hurt. Authorities are still investigating the cause of the crash.
A New Jersey police officer is making a routine traffic stop late at night on a poorly lit road. He starts to head back towards his car to run the license, but then he spots something out of the corner of his eye and demonstrates some impressive reflexes.
Copy.
The officer skillfully rolls away from the moving car just in time to avoid being flattened. I'm really surprised the officer was able to react so quickly with a belt full of heavy equipment. But then again, his adrenaline definitely kicked in before he even fully knew what was going on. Props to this officer for having such a fast reaction time. And hopefully the city puts up some street lights for better visibility on this road in the future.
Hey, Game, you just put a call in for removal.
Copy. Copy.
When an alert officer in Glen Heights, Texas, gets a call about a burning car, he quickly takes action. The vehicle is dangerously close to a nearby restaurant, so he responds with urgency, risking his own safety. He maneuvers the burning car into the parking lot, away from the building. This car could have exploded at any moment, showering him with flames and hot debris.
to. I have pushed the truck away from the building. I'm not sure if the structure's actually caught in fire, but the truck is in the parking lot.
This police dashcam footage was recorded in a tranquil neighborhood in South Jersey, where officers and gas line workers were urgently searching for a reported gas leak. Unfortunately, their efforts fell short, leading to a devastating event. This explosion affected 15 people. And what makes this chilling is that this incident took place in a seemingly ordinary neighborhood.
A tractor trailer hit this porch. That's how much the house shook.
15 people, including 6 firefighters and 7 gas company employees, are among the injured. Approximately 75 homes in the area had been evacuated after some residents complained of a gas odor. Gas crews were called to the scene to investigate, and at some point during the investigation, the explosion occurred. Authorities say nothing at the home remains except a block basement.
A woman comes across a group of men illegally disposing of trash by the roadside, blocking her path. And noticing the dash cam, the men were pissed, but the woman manages to escape from the scene unharmed. If they had caught her, this situation could have turned dangerous.